lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna remix this set that I did the other day. A subscriber, Naturally Lavinia, asked me if I can encapsulate using dual form, so that's what I'm gonna do today. The products I'm using are Astound Beauty top and base coat. I'm using their polygel in clear and the thermal changing, my Model 1's primer. I'm using the glitter from MVP Designs in Unicorn Pixie. I'm using my Model 1's tips, and I will leave the links for everything down below. I'll also leave the links for the unboxing video that I did for this polygel that I posted on Sunday. So I'm just gonna take out 2 of the nails. I'm not gonna redo the whole set. This is a remix, not a full set. So I am using the Model 1's Full Well tips to build my natural nail. And what I did on the set already is I used the tips, but I put them in upside down. That gave me a little bit more sidewall to sidewall coverage. So you see here, that's a Full Well tip. And then I'm just gonna slide it into the flexi hand upside down. So I'm also using the dual forms that came with the kit that I will leave the unboxing video for down below. And I don't use dual forms ever. I have used them a couple times, but I make a mess, and I actually prefer paper forms. So I'm just gonna play with these dual forms and see if I can encapsulate some glitter without getting polygel all over my nail room. So here I'm just prepping what would be the natural nail. I'm gonna add the primer, and then I'm gonna add a thin layer of base coat and cure that for 60 seconds. Okay, so here goes. I did pick out my dual forms. You just want to make sure it covers the whole nail. I should have went up 1 size on these. I figured that out later, but whatever. This is just on the practice hand, so just take a little time and make sure that your dual forms cover from sidewall to sidewall. So I am putting a thin layer of clear. This will be the top of your nail. It'll make sense later. So I'm doing a thin layer of the clear polygel, and then I'm gonna go in and add my glitter. Don't worry, I get back in frame shortly. Okay, so I'm adding my glitter here, and the good thing about using glitter and polygel is you could kind of get that glitter placement where you want it. So I actually shake some out on one of my palettes because I wanted to get more pink pieces, and then I ended up using my what is that thing called? The crystal picker upper tool. So I ended up using that, and then you just want to Don't push the glitter down too far because this, again, is going to be the top of your nail, and this is the part that's actually encapsulated. So you're just doing the steps backwards. If you were doing this on the natural nail, this still would be the second step, but you want to be really careful not to add too much bulk, because the layer you put underneath is you can't file that. So you want to be careful not to push the glitters down too much, and you want to try and keep your layers as thin as possible. So I did that thin layer of clear, I added my glitter, and I'm just gonna flash cure that for about 15 seconds. And then I'm gonna go in with the the color change polygel. And again, you don't want to put out too much. If you need more, if the nail is not thick enough, you can always add more when you're done with the dual form, but you don't want to put too much now, because if you put too much on the bottom layer, you're gonna have to file, and you're gonna end up filing away your encapsulation. So again, you're doing the encapsulation steps in reverse. So what you need to do here is try and keep your sidewalls and your cuticle area as thin as possible. Okay, so this is the part where I usually make a mess. This time it wasn't that bad. So you want to place the dual form on the nail. You want to get it to stick to the polygel, but you do not want to push down too much. Just enough pressure just to get that to stick. And then place it in the lamp and cure it. I did kind of clean up what a little bit of the sides or what have you, but a lot of it you could fix with filing. So I'm going to show you one more nail of the encapsulation. So just go in with the thin layer of clear, get that smooth, keep the sidewalls and the cuticles as thin as possible, and then add your glitter. Once you add the glitter, you're going to flash cure that for about 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, so I've added my glitter. Now I'm going to go in with the color change polygel. Again, you do not want to add too much polygel here, because this layer you won't be able to file. If you add too much here and you have to do a lot of filing, you're going to end up filing away your encapsulation. So you are doing the encapsulation in reverse. So add your polygel, thin out the sidewalls and the cuticles, and then when you're placing it on the finger, you want to put a little pressure, but not too much pressure where the polygel seeps out of the sides. So you want to make sure that it fits correctly. And yeah, I know that I should have went up a size bigger on the dual forms, but this is just a practice hand, so it's okay. And then anything that's touching the skin, you definitely want to wipe off. And if you're comfortable enough, you want to smooth out underneath the nail. For me, I'll just fix that with filing. Okay, so here are the two nails fully cured, and you just want to tap on underneath, and if you don't hear that click sound, just put it back into the light and make sure that it's cured. And then you want to just rock the dual form back and forth, and you'll see it start to separate from the nail, and then you just pull it off, and then you get a pretty smooth top finish. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this other one off, and then I'm going to go ahead and file and shape the nails off camera. The good thing about using dual forms is you don't have to do too much finish filing. It's just a preference thing for me. I do prefer the paper. I do prefer the paper forms. So this was a subscriber request. So yeah, this is how you encapsulate glitter using dual forms. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. If someone needs tips, go ahead and leave that back. I don't really need any tips. I don't really use dual forms, so we don't have to leave those comments at all. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. See you guys again soon.